This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
With more rain in the valley, crews spent the day shoring up levees in Tulare County and watching the water levels across the valley floor. While those in mountain communities brace for heavy snow, we have live storm team coverage for you and your family tonight. CBS 47's Jennifer Ortega talked with the National Weather Service about the impact the storm will have on the valley floor.
But we begin with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace and the first look at our pinpoint weather forecast.
And we are still tracking some rain. Even after we got that initial batch of rain moving through, there is still some rain. We will get a little bit of a break at times tonight and then more showers on the way tomorrow. Let's give you a look outside with our Valley Cam network. I do want to take you through a time lapse with our CBS 47 studio camera. Starting out this morning, some of you even started the day with some peaks of sunshine. So the first half of the day dry. Afternoon hours, we started to see the rain moving in. Lots of raindrops on the camera lens, and we are still tracking showers now. So far today, Merced, you've picked up over 6/10 of an inch of rain. Fresno, over 3/10 of an inch. Visalia, about 1/4 of an inch of rain. So here's a look at our current radar and satellite. This is showing you the last 12 hours. Again, pretty widespread rain earlier today. We're still getting rain moving through now, and then we'll get a couple of hours of a break as we head into the overnight hours. So by midnight, really just an isolated shower. 47 to 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, many of you seeing a break, but the afternoon hours, scattered showers, even an isolated thunderstorm. So I'll let you know when our storm system will wrap up and your pinpoint weather forecast coming up. But first, we'll send it back to Brian and Catherine.
Lauren, thank you. Millions of Californians have been drenched and flooded out from wave after wave of an atmospheric river. And
Catherine, the question on everyone's mind tonight, of course, is when will the rain stop? And it will. CBS 47's Jennifer Ortega got some answers today from the National Weather Service.
Experts say that this round of storms will be the last round of heavy rain we could see in the valley for some time. But they say it will have a lasting effect for the valley floor. Meteorologist David Spector at the National Weather Service in Hanford says storms hitting now will likely cause problems and increase flooding across the valley. But flood fears could linger for months due to the snowpack melt.
The flooding, it's going to lead to some road closures and inconvenience a lot of people. Some low-lying areas may be inundated for a while, too.
Brian Russell, Assistant Director of Public Works with the city of Fresno, says they're prepping ahead of the damage that comes with this historic rain.
We're using these dry days to try to get ahead of it. We're making sure our pump systems and our drainage systems are in order and operating properly.
Experts say the storms we've seen this past winter and start to spring will definitely have a lasting effect on farmlands, crop production, and bodies of water. With over 1,700 miles of roads that Public Works maintains, local road crews will be focused.
The potholes have been the problem. We are just experiencing a higher volume of potholes than ever before. We're actually using our crews in a pothole blitz and to really try to get as many of those holes filled as possible.
And he says they need residents to help out by calling 311 or reporting road conditions to the Fresgo app. And with all this rain and snow, we could see some flooding well into the summer months. In Fresno, Jennifer Ortega, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
And with more snow in the mountains, Fresno County officials are preparing to make sure they are ready for anything tonight. CBS 47's Esteban Reynoso continues our storm team coverage.
Recent history repeating itself. Several feet of snow expected in the mountain communities of Fresno County.
The big thing that we look at, especially in the mountains, is the intensity of the rainfall and the snowfall. For us, as we've been handling all of the others, which involves a lot of planning, a lot of preparation.
Lieutenant Kathy Curtis with the Fresno County Sheriff's Office says deputies are patrolling the mountain areas and are standing by with heavy equipment if rescues are necessary.
We have the equipment available. We have all of the equipment pre-staged. It's located in the mountains, and the deputies are still on duty and literally ready to park the patrol car and either get in the boat or get in the snowcat if they have to.
The concern isn't so much the snow, but the snow melt.
And it's a constant concern. It's a little bit different in the mountains because the water is flowing faster. You know, it's got that gradient to push it downhill versus the flooding that we see in the valley.
Our crews are back on their 24-hour storm protocol.
Elizabeth Yeltsin with Caltrans says crews are tackling the weather on all sides of Shaver Lake.
The ones on the eastern half will be plowing and getting ready for any kind of snow that's going to come through the area, and those on the western half, any kind of, if the rain comes through, if there's erosion, any kind of mudslides, any kind of rock debris that comes down, they'll be taking care of that.
Yeltsin isn't expecting any hard closures for residents, but wants drivers to be vigilant when going up and down the mountain. One lane on Highway 168 is already closed off. Esteban Reynoso, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
And Tulare County has already seen flooding like never before, and now they're working to prevent more of it. CBS 47's Ben Morris has a look at the work that's being done on levees and other critical areas.
It's once again all hands on deck in the county, with crews continuing to work nonstop in spots just like this one.
We're, reinforcing all the levees that we've been working on for the last couple of weeks that have the failures and some other areas that are giving us concern.
This muscle wall just east of Kingsburg is one example, a massive sandbag wall used essentially as a failsafe.
If the levee was to break, it will divert the water the way we want it to not impact those communities.
Outside of this area by the Kings River Country Club, main areas of concern continue to be in the southern portion of the county, along Highway 43 in the Alpaugh and Allensworth areas. This is just by Allensworth, first town established in California exclusively by African Americans back in 1908. The population of the town is now primarily Hispanic. The town's 600 residents here were ordered to evacuate 9 days ago, before that evacuation order was downgraded to a warning just last night. Now crews are continuing to make fortifications in efforts to make sure floods don't force residents out once again.
Those areas are where we have the most levee breaks right now that are still unreinforced. Access is very difficult just for us. And so we're trying to, slowly and methodically, get those roads reopened.
Ben Morris, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
And if you live in Tulare County, crews will be driving around to collect debris from recent floods. If you have ruined appliances, furniture, carpet, tree branches, place them on the curb in front of your home. Do not block the road or place them near poles, trees, or fire hydrants. A complete list of items that crews will pick up is available on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. And we have a look at some of the storm damage from around the state.
Now take a look at this. It happened yet again in San Francisco. More broken windows in a high-rise building with this latest storm. This time happening in the Salesforce East location. No one was hurt there. Last time we had an expert on that said he couldn't recall a time that this even happened. Well, now it has happened at least 5 times at high-rise buildings downtown San Francisco that have been damaged in the recent storms.
Also in San Francisco, crews were fighting strong winds to clear a tree off of Interstate 280. It stretched across 3 lanes of traffic, making for a tough commute in that area. And a reminder, centralvalley.com for continued coverage of the latest storm.
Now to breaking news out of Southern California. Police chase ends in a deadly 9-car crash. The driver being pursued crashing into another vehicle. In total, 8 people were injured. It's unclear why that pursuit started. Today, police in Nashville released body cam video showing officers stopping an active shooter at a private school yesterday.
I think it's upstairs. It sounds like it's upstairs.
6 people were killed, 3 adults and 3 children, the children all 9 years old. The suspect, 28-year-old Audrey Hale, a former student. Police are releasing new details from their manifesto, including that Hale might have been planning a mass shooting at a nearby shopping mall after leaving the school.
In Sacramento, after several attempts, Gavin's Law, a bill named after a local hit-and-run victim, makes it through a state public safety committee. The bill would increase penalties for drivers in hit-and-run crashes. Gavin Gladding, a Clovis Unified vice principal, was killed in a hit-and-run crash in 2018. The driver was sentenced to 3 years, but only served 13 months behind bars. Gavin's mother, Rita Gladding, testified at today's hearing.
Gavin is gone, and we know that, but we feel like we are honoring his legacy by going forward with what we're trying to do.
Valley Assemblyman Jim Patterson introduced the bill and says he believes Rita Gladding's testimony made an impact on today's vote.
At first, we really thought that we might be 2 or 3 votes short. And then we presented, and I have to say, a couple of members, I think, changed their minds as a result of read his testimony.
The bill now moves to the Assembly Appropriations Committee for further hearing.
Governor Gavin Newsom signs a bill into law aimed at holding oil companies accountable for excess profits. It would allow the California Energy Commission to create an independent watchdog to monitor the state's oil market. That watchdog would have access to data and subpoena power.
Big oil took advantage of consumers here in the Golden State. Californians have been fleeced while the largest corporations on the planet padded the pockets of the richest in our society.
California is the first state to impose a penalty for alleged price gouging at the pump. In other news around the state, a bill to require homeless camps be at least 1,000 feet from schools, libraries, and parks will not move forward this year.
Supporters say the bill would have provided support to people experiencing homelessness while keeping encampments far away from children. But members of the Senate Public Safety Committee rejected the proposal, saying it should be left to local governments.
The city should be therefore sculpting the law that works for their community, since they're going to be the ones enforcing it.
While the bill did not pass today, the committee said it could be reconsidered at a later date.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 11, music, dancing, and a message about dealing with hate and racism. We'll have more on this meeting in Madera tonight.
Plus, how Luke Skywalker, also known as Mark Hamill, is lending his voice to help the people of Ukraine.
But first, as we head to break, here are the winning numbers for tonight's Mega Millions drawing, worth $322 million. We'll see you back right here in about 1 minute.